everybody. Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting here. Matt Michaels along with Sin City Steve, Rob, Boss Larry, and Captain America, John, the honorary bad boy. And today we're going to finish out our little run of holiday episodes with the 3 count regarding the WWE in 2024 and what we expect. So we'll go straight to count one. What do you see happening in NXT in 2024? Rob, let's go to you because you're such a big NXT fan.
Oh my God, the biggest. I honest to God don't know. I think they're gonna have we're gonna see Carmelo Hayes bouncing back and forth because he's not found his footing yet in SmackDown, even though they're doing their little tournament right now. Maybe he gets one more title run over there if for a short one. Lexi King developing and getting bigger. He'll I think he might get a Royal Rumble shot, but back to NXT he goes, and he'll have a big breakout year in NXT, and then 2025 we'll talk about SmackDown or Raw. Lyra Valkyria, she's the current champion right now. I think by the end of the year she might get a shot on Raw because they need to bring women into the Raw roster. And as far as NXT is concerned, where has Braun Breaker been? I haven't heard much talk about him. I'm not a big NXT fan. What? I know.
Yeah. No. Braun is fully embedded into the lifeline of NXT. So,
lots of pins.
So, John, where do you see NXT in 2024?
I definitely see a return to prominence for them back to the black and gold era days. When NXT 2.0 came out, we all kind of thought it was a joke. We see a lot of our superstars from the black and gold era kind of, go away. So we're getting back to that prominence, and we're seeing a development of a lot of great superstars. Tiffany Stratton, for one, who I firmly believe we will see on the main roster in the next 5 months, right after WrestleMania. You see Carmelo Hayes developing, Trick Williams going from being Carmelo's buddy into, going to like main event matches. Braun Breaker, I anticipate to see him in the Royal Rumble as well, and then called up after WrestleMania. He's ready. He could do heel and face as he's proven now. And big shout out to HBK for that. I mean, he's really, taken it seriously in his role and gotten, NXT back to the era that we loved in, 2019, 2020. Also, I see foreshadowing or foretelling, my guess, I see a authority figure coming in like William Regal, even if, William Regal with his deal from AEW.
Oh, it's almost up. So,
yeah. So I can see him being brought back in a GM role, but between all 3 brands, let there be a GM. And then also, I personally would like to see a return in the women's tag team titles in NXT. I kind of feel that, now there's going to be developed with, the women's championships, tag championships being defended on NXT. So might as well just bring them back. It'll help develop, more, women wrestlers in NXT.
Steve, what do you see for NXT?
So as many people know, and when I say many, I mean anybody who's ever listened to the show, that I don't really follow NXT, but I did do a bit of a crash course just to kind of, know a little bit about what I'm talking about.
So you went to JCU.
I guess you could say that. But ultimately, the good thing is that there are some names that really pop off the page for me in both their presentation as well as the limited amount of ring work that I've seen. The biggest name that I see kind of leading the charge in 2024 is going to be Trick Williams. The guy just has it. If WWE doesn't capitalize on his potential, then there's a missed opportunity. You're going to have Braun Breaker. You're going to have Carmelo. You're going to have a solid nucleus from the current NXT that by the end of 2024, those guys and gals will be up on the main roster. So you're going to have to restock. I definitely think that Nikita Lyons coming back from injury is going to be a nice shot in the arm. But yeah, the Trick Williams pops off the page to me as a definite superstar in NXT, but then also soon on the main roster.
Yeah, and I see NXT on CW in 2024. So there you go. I'll take the obvious road. All right. So count number 2. Where do you see happening on Raw in 2024, John?
Okay, now for anything happening on Raw, this, I'm gonna caveat this pending a future draft and things getting shuffled around.
Of
So
course.
as is of this recording, Damian Priest cashing in and winning the World Heavyweight Championship. That or the Intercontinental Championship. He has until July 1st to do so. So the only way I see the title getting off Gunther is through a triple threat match. And then there comes the cash in. I don't see him truly eating a pin, especially with Gunther being projected to a world championship, pitcher. That's how I see it. So Priest, get him another singles title. With that, Judgment Day will collapse. They'll all go their separate ways. But no matter what, Rhea will be the biggest superstar out of everyone in there. I see a Jey Uso singles title happening. So whether that be the Intercontinental title, whether that be the World Heavyweight Championship, the man went from his role in the Bloodline, where we all said give him a Emmy for the work that he was doing. Let him shine. Let this happen for him. And then, like I said, Gunther, I see him winning the World Heavyweight Championship at some point in the year. I see him and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and having like the ultimate banger of a match. And then by the year's end, give that man the world title because he is, to me, your 2023 male wrestler of the year.
Okay, Rob, what do you see on Raw?
I think we're going to see a little bit more gold on Judgment Day. We have like halfway gold. We need to have Damian Priest win. I don't know when he's going to get to cash it in, but I don't want to see Judgment Day break up before Damian Priest cashes in. As far as Gunther,
really quick, does anyone see Damian Priest getting screwed by Judgment Day when he goes to cash in?
By Finn.
By Finn, that would be a possibility.
Yeah.
But WWE, that is a possibility in the same way that they did with the Shield. However, I want, and I think Miz is building up so much momentum that he's going to get that IC belt. He'll have a short reign, maybe a couple of months, couple of premium live events, but he's going to win it because they know enough. Just like in many other instances, like with Bryan Danielson, when the crowd wants it, they'll finally give in to the crowd. The Shield, Judgment Day lasts until SummerSlam. They're going to ride that till the wheels fall off. Jimmy, I could see beating Miz for the belt down the road. Excuse me, Jey Uso, winning the belt down the road. Rhea Ripley, I don't know right now who she could lose to because there's no guarantee as who is going to be on that women's roster.
Just fucking say Jade Cargill.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to because as much as I want it, I also know the WWE doesn't give the fans what they want right away. They drag it out because if they gave the fans what they want, Cody Rhodes would have been the champion at WrestleMania 39 instead of this bullshit we've got now.
And he would not have been over right now. It would have gone 3 months,
but
and then people would have been sick of it.
I also think actually in relations to the Usos, I think they're going to reform by the end of the year because we see Jimmy is going to get to his end too. So I could see a tag team run for the two of them, a title run. But Judgment Day has got to get everything first. Judgment Day has to hold on to everything first where they can have a leader. And then you have them break apart because now you have Damian Priest as the actual leader. And then that will be the catalyst for them breaking up.
Okay, Steve. It's not Dynamite, but it's Raw.
Well, I mean, it will end up being on a WBD network, though. So that's my first thing that I see happening with Raw. I genuinely see it becoming the Pepsi Phil show, despite whoever holds the gold on the actual show, especially because it will be on a WBD network. And as we all know, David Zaslav is a Pepsi Phil fan. The show will still be 3 hours. It'll still be a slog to get through. I hope not, but nonetheless, I would genuinely like to see Gunther elevated to that world heavyweight title spot. And you hit the nail right on the head, John. Have him go in there against Brock at Mania. That is the absolute most high-profile match that he could have. And you have Brock do the honors and put Gunther over. Possibly have Gunther lose the title at SummerSlam somehow. And I like your idea about, there being a fuck finish. But the World Heavyweight title seems like a perfect fit for the Ring General. And I think we're going to finally see what the seeds have been planted for with the breakup of Damage Control. And we see Sasha Banks folded back into the mix as well, coming to the aid of Bayley.
Okay. Even though Damage Control is on SmackDown, so it's all good.
I'm talking about I could genuinely see them being drafted over. Yeah.
All right.
We talked about crossovers. There's your crossover.
Yeah, well, there's
we
only
mentioned
one.
that last week. We said, hey, we need to see crossovers. That would do it.
Well, yeah, and if Cross gets over, it will be a miracle.
Oh!
All right, so and by the way, does anyone think R-Truth gets into the clubhouse in 2024? So let's move on. Finally, count number 3. What do you see happening on SmackDown in 2024? And let's go to you, Steve.
So I believe wholeheartedly that Cody Rhodes will beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and finish the story. And then Damian Priest will attempt to cash in, thus fulfilling something that we had talked about with a previous segment, which that leads to, the spider web of Judgment Day breaking apart. But I genuinely see Cody as being the face of the blue brand and quite frankly, WWE as a whole. I think that he will do what he did at AEW, except on a much larger scale. Also, I definitely think that we will see finally, thank God, the demise of the bloodline. And I say thank God because obviously, again, as people who know, I'm not a huge fan of that stable. I think that the whole thing has been drawn out extremely long. Can we end the shit, please?
So wait a second, Steve. So you have a problem with a Universal Champion who's held a title for over 1,000 days?
Let's cut that crap. Guy's been gone for like 3 months, jerking off in the corner.
Who's only wrestled 11 matches in 2023? You have a problem with that?
I see Roman Reigns as being retired by the end of 2024. And I mean, it's not too much of a stretch to say that because he did only have 11 matches in 2023.
He'll be in Fast and Furious XX.
Of course. And then I could see him going to Hollywood, genuinely. Like I could see him taking the path that so many people have and leaving the squared
being
circle.
Jason Momoa's stunt double?
Hey, whatever works, bro.
Hey, he got his feet wet in Hobbs and Shaw.
Right.
Yeah, and The Rock stole his line and made it. He had one line and The Rock stole it. And then, who's this guy with the long hair in the background, mommy? He's a nobody.
Let's just say that I believe Vince McMahon comes back and he rebrands him Leukemia.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
First name Luke.
Leukemia, get in here. Your lungs are fired.
All right. Well, off of that, Captain America, John, what do you got in SmackDown?
I mean, I don't know about leukemia, but I just got over pneumonia, so I'm talking about fucked up lungs. Okay.
Pneumonia's the other Russo.
Okay, so
that's when they hire Naomi back, and it's going to be no. Yeah.
I don't know how I can follow this. Okay, so I'm going to segue between Raw and SmackDown by saying, first off, I want the men's tag title split and being representative on the brand. WWE has been doing a better job, especially in the last half of 2023, about its tag team divisions. So you have DIY, you have the Creed brothers, you're fine on Raw, you have Pretty Deadly, you have more tag teams going on SmackDown. I would like to see it separate because otherwise it's a complete bottleneck. It's like almost like the UFC when Conor McGregor holds a title and he holds up a division. Like that's where I see the unified tag titles being split up.
Sure.
To go along with Sin City Steve, whether by winning the Rumble or winning Elimination Chamber somehow, Cody goes over to SmackDown, finishes the story, beats Roman. Bloodline is going to collapse. I also see that being a way to project Solo Sikoa in his solo
Yes.
career. So if you don't get Roman against The Rock, then you'll get Roman being sent away via Solo Sikoa beatdown. So that's the way I see that happening. And then also one of the best dressed men in all pro wrestling, Nick Aldis. If you're listening to the show, I would love to get the number of your tailor. He takes the suit off and he gets in the ring somehow in 2024. Whether it's a match with
I thought it was going to be Survivor
Adam
Series.
Pearce, yeah, somehow, some way, the fickle main card fans need to really realize who Nick Aldis is.
Hey man, that's a good kickoff match on one of the nights of WrestleMania between Pierce and
yeah. And then LA Knight, give him a single title, U.S. title more than likely. Let it happen, by SummerSlam. And if he takes off of Logan Paul, even better. Yeah.
Well, listen.
Oh, yeah, that
absolutely.
would be a good matchup. Excellent matchup.
definitely.
And that will be the biggest hype match that you could get. That's, to be honest, that's your WrestleMania match. Right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
All right, Rob, what do you see on SmackDown?
Well, definitely that would be a great WrestleMania match. But in the meantime, we have to figure out the logjam that we have by adding AJ Styles into the mix, because I had a very clear vision until we added AJ Styles, because we don't know which direction he's going. So he's going to have a feud with LA Knight. It's to get AJ Styles back into the crowd, and we'll decide which direction he's going to go. We're going to see, I think, a return of the Good Brothers, because he's going to need people to back him up. That'll be his inner circle. I don't know what their status is, but I'm looking at this from him being a kind of a guy with his faction, a small little stable of his own. LA Knight does, finish his feud with him, goes over, does the U.S. belt. Fine. Yes, we're going to have Randy Orton fight in this immediate pay-per-view, premium live event, and he's going to lose to Roman Reigns. There's going to be too much interference. We see this a mile away. In all regards, he looks like he should be able to beat the crap out of Roman Reigns, but it's going to be too much interference with Solo Sikoa, Jimmy. So what's going to happen is Cody is going to get the belt, that opportunity at WrestleMania. Randy Orton's going to try to screw him over, because Randy Orton's a better heel than anything else. He's going to screw him. He's going to try to screw him over, and he's going to fail in that attempt, and that will set up your first feud for this guy's belt, for Cody Rhodes' belt, because if Cody Rhodes is going to be the face of the company, Randy Orton is the heel face of the company. He's a far better villain than Roman Reigns ever was, and he doesn't need anyone behind him. He doesn't need a mouthpiece, and it's easy. He'll say, hey, look, you're my young boy. I brought you into this, okay? You're my understudy, Where the hell do you think you're going to go getting this belt without me? No, I get the belt. I'm the, and he can go through all the, but that's what's going to happen. As far as
Randy Orton brings back Ted DiBiase Jr.
Oh,
Yes.
From
God.
jail.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he'll do the teardrops like,
Wait. I got it.
Like Dom.
Ted DiBiase Jr. could be the new Nails. There it is.
God.
Oh, no. You know what? Just have Randy Orton get Virgil.
Oh, God.
He has to GoFundMe right now.
Oh, God, yeah.
Wait. Now, listen, if anyone gets Virgil, that Cody Rhodes gets Virgil by the way of elimination because of Dad.
Yeah, this is looking really racist right now. It's just like, oh my God.
He gets Virgil.
Let's face it, the whole fucking thing was really racist.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, as far as my Jade Cargill fixation, if she does go somewhere besides my bedroom, if she does go somewhere, I honestly was going to say Raw, but I look at Raw and the way they treat their women's roster like AEW does. She would go to fill in the gap now that Charlotte Flair has created. And you could make her a very good heel. You could, honestly, if you do it right, you could make Damage Control do a face turn slowly, because I could see them going over with the crowd because they're all fucking mousy little women with Bailey being there. I could see them slowly doing the face turn. I don't know if she's going to get in there, though. I'm not saying that Jade Cargill is going to get in there, but if she would, it would make sense to fill up that gap that Charlotte Flair left. But as far as Damage Control, they're not going anywhere. They're going to be the predominant faction, because you need a big faction now with the bloodline going. Now, Paul Heyman. I see Paul Heyman exclusively supporting Roman Reigns and dumping everybody else. And I see him doing double time and going over there with Pepsi Phil, and him going, hey, look, Roman, I'm your tribal chief, but I'm his advocate. And I need to be on both brands because you right now relied on me to get you where you got. I think Paul Heyman's going to have that, come to God moment where the light bulb goes off and he goes, wait a minute, I made you, not the other way around.
Yep.
And then, Pepsi Phil, you'll have Roman Reigns showing up on Raw going, you're my bitch. We'll have some jealousy moments going on there. Maybe by the end of the year, we'll have some crossover matches, because then we can have a fight over Paul Heyman to see who gets exclusive, dealing with Paul Heyman.
Hey man, put him up in a shark cage.
Well, you don't even have to do that. What you literally do is you could either do it just a match or have a triple threat match, because you could at any time have Brock Lesnar show up. At any time, you could flip that dusty switch and bring Brock Lesnar and go, okay, which one of us is going to be represented? Which one of us is going to be a Paul guy? I'm a Heyman guy. We're going to have a Heyman guy match. That's going to happen at the end of the year at one point, because CM Punk dropped that seat. He goes, I'm the original Heyman guy. He said it.
So you're saying that in the new year, you want to flip Paul Heyman's dusty switch? All right. Go ahead.
Well, look what it did for Roman Reigns. I mean, shit, why not?
Oh. Well,
why the fuck not?
It could help your stand-up career, because you'd have someone funny with you.
You know what it is? It's like Team America. He can be trusted. He sucked my dick. Except it'll be Paul Heyman. So I'll be like, let me tell you, my client, Rob Bossoleri, he held the balls and he drank the gravy.
He's gonna rebrand you Cock Lesnar.
My client, Cock Lesnar.
America.
Respectful.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He moved our team to Monday night because he knew I couldn't be out late on Friday night.
As long as Paul can still afford his hair dye.
No shit.
Hey, I'll respect him. I know about Shabbos. I respect him.
Well, everyone, there you go. That's a little idea that we have of what might be happening in WWE in 2020.
And that'll be my wrestling name, Cock Lesnar.
In your case, it'd be Cock Lesnar.
Oh, LESS.
Yeah. Oh, can you team me up with Carmella for about 2 seasons?
Oh man!
I mean, I have a chin.
Oh, so you want to join? You want to join Damage Control?
Oh God!
Ooh.
Man.
Can I be in the Kabuki Warriors?
Oh boy, you can do anything you want, Rob. You're a big boy now.
I'll give Oscar a face paint.
Oh boy, you just spray the mist in her face.
Yeah, baby, that good old. No, we're not doing it. I don't want to become a Lex offender.
Yeah, well,
As long as you
Registered.
register.
yeah, well, the
You got to
question is,
register.
the question is why are you spitting out green mist? So you need to have that checked out.
Well, it's
Could be-
better green than red. If I'm
Well-
spitting out red mist from there, that means I've got a problem.
I don't know, man. I think it'd be more. Guys, do you agree? You'd rather be maybe spitting out a little red mist because at least you know what the fuck it is. But green mist,
Green is troubling.
you might have a touch of the Jade Cargills if you
Well, that's a good.
spit out the green mist.
That means it was a good year.
Well, there you go, everyone. 2024 is going to be a good year for.
It was
for
like a
everyone.
Marvel movie. Like he stopped, he went to the credits, and then he came back. Synopsis: Rob is shooting green mist out of his dick because of Jake Cargill.
Hey, man! It makes more sense than the shawarma.
Hey, Paul, you're fired. Ah.
Oh man. Well, there you have it. We're gonna roll the credits one more time, and then Mark Ruffalo is going to appear for the last segment. So,
Hey, look, man, I'm going to show Jade that it's over 9,000.
oh boy, wow, she's gonna be more impressed with that because that's bigger than WWE or AEW attendance ever was. So just keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Zinger.
All right, everyone. Well, that ends our holiday specials,
Just
and
choked on my goddamn water.
luckily, DJ Impact will be back. He's going to put away his fuzzy slippers and get back to
Thank
his.
God.
Is he
yeah.
on another cruise?
No. He actually is spending. Well, I don't really want to give it away, but.
No, I know he's doing.
He's
CES
not.
with
He's
him.
not listening anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's really Santa Claus.
Oh,
I don't know.
well,
know.
so
Who
that
knew?
would be Santa Claus for North Las Vegas.
Ooh. So what you're saying is
You put the two and two together. Yeah.
So he wears fuzzy slippers to cover his get toe.
Oh man.
well said.
Whoa, look at that. It is another tease. Oh, Marvel ain't got nothing on us. That's right. In the new year, we are going to have more false starts and finishes than any wrestling show on this goddamn planet. That's right. It's going to be run-ins. It's going to be excitement. It's going to
In
be...
other words, it's going to be an episode of AEW Collision.
I was coming soon to the Henderson, Nevada bingo hall.
Coming soon to Sam's Town.
Hey. Y'all are shooting small, man. We're going to the Dollar Loan motherfucking center.
Oh yeah.
No, man,
That's
we're going to
right.
Versus Pro Studios, formerly at the Boulevard Mall.
Oh, we're not going to say anything bad about Versus or
We
anything.
I like them,
Yeah.
but now
Versus
their
is good.
wrestling ring is a goddamn gift shop. And the woman who converted their wrestling ring into a gift shop was bitching. She said she had to pay $18,000 out of pocket to clean up after the wrestlers.
Well, that's because they all spit green mist. Okay, everybody.
Exactly.
Until next time, happy wrestling.